Great day, everyone. Jereshia Hawk here. And today we're going to be talking about really what got you to where you are right now is not going to be the thing that gets you to the next level, right? Like, I think so many of us are reaching a point or maybe at a junction in our journey where we have been, striving to achieve a specific goal, working towards growing our business, working towards achieving consistent income or whatever that one thing that you've been working on. And maybe you've hit a plateau, right? Like maybe you have hit a point where it's like, okay, the success that got me here, that the success that got me to this point is no longer working. I have to do something different. And maybe not even fully understanding what you need to do differently. You just know that the things that you have been doing haven't been working. And maybe you're goal oriented and you're action taking, but your results are not matching up to what you actually desire to experience. And I recently was experiencing this like this past year where, I've been able to grow my business pretty quickly. And we reached a point where, I was feeling this sense of, okay, why am I plateauing? Why can't I grow? Why am I like stuck and stagnant right now? And what's really like, what do I need to be doing differently in order for me to be able to progress beyond this point? And it took me months to figure this out. And like one thing, I was reading the Bible last night and it came across Joshua 1 to 1:11. And I just want to share a part of this with you because I think that this is something that I needed to be consistently reminded of for myself. But, God was talking to Joshua about how he had to walk across the Nile River. And he first said, get ready, right? Before he gave him instructions beyond that, the first thing he told him to do was get ready. And I really appreciate it when he said that, because I think that so often we are asking and praying to have this breakthrough, but we're not necessarily understanding how do we need to prepare and what's really required of us before that transformation can take place. So I really like the part where he was like, just be ready. And then he kept saying over and over and over again, be strong and be very courageous. He said that 3 times in that passage. And that stuck out to me. Mainly because, he's like, when you look up the definition of strong, it means really effective or efficient, especially in a specified direction. And strong meaning mental or moral strength to persevere and withstand fear or difficulty. So when you put all that together, when God's constantly saying, be strong and be very courageous, he's saying, be effective, especially in a specified direction. So knowing that you have a clear vision, a clear destination for where it is that you're trying to go. And then he said, be courageous, meaning be of mental or moral strength to persevere and withstand fear or difficulty. And anytime that, at least for me, I've hit a point in my business, especially where I have to make a decision to do something different. When I have to make this realization that what got me to this point worked to get me to this point. But if I want to get beyond this point, what got me here won't get me there. I have to go down a new journey. I have to have a specified destination in mind, a specific result that I'm looking to achieve. I have to get ready, meaning that I have to identify what tools and resources and additional education I may need to fuel me to get me to that next level. And then I have to be courageous and I have to be strong to withstand not only and persevere, not only the difficulty of the journey, but the internal fear that I may feel, right? And I think so many of us are combated with that. Like one thing that I did at the beginning of this, about 2 months ago now, is I joined a coaching program, right? I made this really, it was a 5-figure investment because I know that what got me here won't get me there. And I know that, God anoints all of us with very individualized and unique gifts. And, it's my duty to invest in those gifts so I can get that knowledge departed onto me to expedite my process. So I, joined a coaching program, a 5-figure investment. And the second I made the investment, I started to freak out, right? Like all this fear started bubbling up. I was like, well, what am I doing? I don't know if this is the right decision. I've joined other coaching programs. I've worked with other masterminds. I've done all these other things before. But how do I know that this is the right one? And then all this fear starts bubbling up. And one thing that I've learned to do anytime that we're making a decision to do something different, You know, maybe we've been going left this entire way and we decide, you know what, going left is no longer serving me. I need to go right. Whenever we decide to change change the trajectory of where we're going and to make a decision to step into a higher version of ourselves, you know, to make a decision, to make an investment, to make that choice to level up, typically fear will bounce in, right? Because it's uncharted territory. That's really just our ego showing up, trying to protect us, saying like, hold on, we haven't been down this way before. I don't know if it's safe. And we have to be able to use a sense of discernment, right? To be able to identify, am I feeling this right now because of fear and because of my ego and because of my pride? Or is this, you know, have I prayed about it and this is really God trying to tell me like, no, you don't need to go down that path. There's a lack of alignment. Like you're trying to do it your way and not my way. And I think that's a really, really huge distinction that I've had to really learn how to get better at, being able to discern in those moments, and something that I continuously work on. But I know that like what got me here won't get me there. And instead of looking at like, well, this was a mistake, this was a failure, like all these times I did it before, it didn't work, why is this one program or this one thing going to be different? We really have to change our perspective, right? It's getting super bright. We really need to ask the question of not how is this program different? Like the program does need to serve the need and be able to solve the problem that you're looking to solve. But if it checks all the boxes, it's no longer about like whether or not this program or this coach is the right one. It's really about asking yourself, how are you going to be different this time? How are you going to show up differently than you have been in the past? Right? How are you going to be a different person and show up in a different capacity and lean in to this discomfort and lean into you walking down this new journey? Like, how are you going to be different? And I think that's a really, really important question for us to ask ourselves. Like if you're going down a path and you're looking to experience different results than what you've received before, first understanding what got you here won't get you there. And then second understanding is, how are you going to show up differently? How are you going to be a different person this time around so you can experience different results, right? And I think that's a really, really important thing for us to continue to remember, because every time you move forward, every time you level up, every time you can, you know, as you continue to grow, you're going to continue to hit these, you know, I think maybe we should call them like defining moments. Where either you're going to keep doing what you've been doing and keep getting the same result, or keep getting worse results than what you have gotten, or you're going to choose to do something different. You're going to choose to walk down a courageous path. You're going to choose to make this step in a direction that you may feel fear, but you're going to choose faith over fear. You're going to, like, you know, I love when Nia, we were on a coaching call one day and she was like, you know, God told us to walk in faith, not wait in faith. Right? You have to choose to walk in that faith and choose to show, you know, not just be ready, but be willing to, you know, show up and be a different person than you have been even for yourself. And the beautiful thing about enrolling in a coaching program or working with somebody else and being in community while you're choosing to walk in faith, while you're choosing to step into something new, is that you don't have to do it alone. Right? Like that's the thing about the journey that I think is so very valuable, and even particularly why all of my programs are done in group capacities, is because a lot of the time, this is the first time people are taking this step. This is the first time they're doing something different than how they've done it before. You know, this is the first time they're journeying or choosing to level up. And doing that, it's so much easier to do and so much more enjoyable and really just more impactful, knowing that you're doing it when you're not alone, right? Knowing that you have other people who believe in, and not just believe in you, but believe in what it is that you're doing and believe in the destination that they're moving you towards, and they believe in you. So just make sure that, you know, understand that what got you here, respect it, be grateful for it, like show appreciation for it, but it will not be the same thing. The success that got you here won't be the success that takes you to the next level. It's really, you have to make that decision to journey on a new path. And like God kept reminding Joshua, you have got to be strong and be courageous, right? striking and superior of your kind. Be effective and efficient, especially in a specified direction. And be courageous. Have that mental and moral strength to persevere and withstand fear or difficulty. And I just wanted to, I'm reminding myself of this right now because I'm stepping into new, uncharted territory in my business as we're continuing to evolve and, continuing to scale and increase our impact. So I'm saying this to you because I'm really trying to remind myself of the exact same thing. So I hope this was helpful and beneficial. I would love for you guys, if you want to continue the conversation and hang out more with us. We have a group of hundreds of coaches, consultants, and freelancers who are looking to sell and create their signature service online. So feel free to join us. You can click the link above or the link below to join our Facebook group. We'd love to have you in there. But I just wanted to give you these encouraging words today that, continue to walk in faith, not wait in faith, and continue to just be strong and be courageous and understand that what got you here won't get you to the next level. And, now is your time. Like, all you have to do is just make the decision, make the choice that you're going to show up and be somebody different than you have been before. You're going to evolve and change your identity so you can transcend to that next level of your greatness. Like, all you have to do is just make that decision and take that first step. And, know that you're not alone in that process. You are not alone in that process. There are people, that are rooting for you, cheering for you, and looking to support you every step along the way. So just wanted to give you guys those words of encouragement today. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday or whatever day you're listening to this, if you're catching this in the replay, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye, everyone.